Hi everybody, welcome to my homestead and welcome to my channel. Moo! We just got back from getting our new calves. Now this is the one that we picked up yesterday, and he is a Holstein, and this is what we were expecting to pick up today, but that's not what happened. It turned out that the lady that we got our new calves from had different calves. So let me show you what we got. Now if you'll recall, this kind of cow is a dairy cow. That's what Holsteins are. But you know, just you can eat them, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna process them for meat, most likely, unless we sell them. But what this lady had was this right here. This is a Holstein Angus cross. So hi, so cute. So he is half that cow over there and half Angus, which is good news for us because we weren't really wanting to do the dairy thing right now. We're mostly just interested in having beef cows. So we have our Holstein. We have the one that I just showed you. It's an Angus Holstein cross. And then we have another one just like him over here. We're getting close now. I don't know if you can see him. So we got this other guy right here, the brown one. He's the same thing, Holstein Angus cross. And then we got him, and he seems to be a Holstein Jersey cross. The lady didn't seem too sure, but we've had another one like him before that looked pretty much the same, and I'm pretty sure this is a Holstein Jersey cross. We mostly got him just for looks, but if it comes down to it, if we need him for meat, that's what we'll do. So yeah, we were planning on just getting 2 more calves, but we ended up getting 3. The one over there, and then these 2 right here. And I'm really happy about it. You know, cows, there's a few benefits to them. One, if you have dairy cows, then obviously you can get milk from them. 2, if you're using them for beef, then you get meat from them. And then 3, if you don't use them for either one of those things, you basically just let them grow up and they appreciate in value. So we got these 3 for $75 a piece, a head, whatever. And we did have to get milk replacer. That's like an additional $80. But then if we need to, within like a year, maybe a little over a year, we could sell them for hundreds of dollars, if not more. So they're basically an investment. Now, these are bottle calves, so they are on the more risky side. We have to watch them very closely for, you know, signs that they may have pneumonia or some other, you know, respiratory thing going on, which is very common with bottle calves. We'll just have to watch them, make sure that they're not sick. If they are, then we need to act right away. But these 3 that we just got, they did get their initial, one is called Enforce 3. Basically, from what I can tell, like you give that to like all calves. And then there's another one called Endo something. Sorry, I'm really bad. And then we got okay, so the lady did those shots that we picked them up from. She had like a whole bunch of calves, and we are going to band these guys, which means essentially we're going to castrate them, because that's what you do with male beef cows, is you castrate them and you turn them from bulls into steers. Once they're castrated, they're considered a steer. And again, you know, for the millionth time, I'm just doing this for anyone that might be new. You do that because it makes the meat more tender, and there's more fat, more marbling of the meat. Okay. There are a couple other reasons why you would actually castrate a cow, or a bull, I mean. One is it makes them less aggressive, and then another reason is because, like, if you're a breeder and you don't want certain bulls to breed, then you castrate them. So, and there's a couple ways you can do that. There's chemical castration, and then there's also where you just cut them, just exactly how it sounds. And I've watched that. It's not for the faint of heart, but you just cut it. Yeah, cut them out. But the way that we're going to do it is we're going to band them, which is where you essentially have like a kind of like a special made rubber band. You put it around them, and then their male part their male parts fall off. But we have to give them a shot for that. It's basically a tetanus shot. We're giving them something called blackleg, and I think it includes more than just tetanus, but anyway, that's what it's called. That's what we're gonna do, and we'll probably do that on Monday, and I'm gonna film it in case anyone is interested in seeing what that looks like. These guys are looking healthy. I haven't seen any scours, which is baby cow diarrhea, which is usually an indication of like a sickness, an infection, or that they're dehydrated. But all the cows, all of our bulls that we have right now, none of them are having scours. They're all having hard poops, so that's a good sign. But we're really going to be on top of it this time, because if you've been following the channel, we had some other calves and we lost some because we didn't act right away. And it's like, as soon as you see any sign whatsoever that they're not, that they're sick, you should give them a shot right away of like penicillin. And we were able to save one calf last time by doing that. He recovered right away, but the other one did not. So, gosh, I already forgot. I can't remember if, I think what we had was 2 heifers. So the heifer, she was a Angus cross. She survived, but the dairy cow that was actually just like this one right here ended up dying. So yeah, we're just gonna be super careful this time. We're gonna be out here every single day. Well, which we have to anyway, because we have to bottle feed them. This one that's walking this way, he's already weaned, so he should be good. But these other 3, we gotta bottle feed them. Hey buddy, got a surprise for you on Monday. You may not like it. From what I hear, banding them, it doesn't like really hurt. You know, it's just like uncomfortable, just like what you'd imagine. But after a while, it goes numb, and then I'm not exactly sure how long it takes exactly, but at some point they just fall off. And then as long as they have their tetanus shot, they should be good. And I guess if they get infected, there's stuff that you can get to spray on the infection or on the wound. So, oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. You guys, I love having cows. I love having calves. They're adorable. Oh, you gonna get up? you want to go see where the water's at? Here, come on. Come over this way. Or no, just go that way. Those two right there are really vocal. These two over here, not so much. The Angus crosses. But yeah, they look really happy because all of them, all four of them, came from a place where they were just kind of like in a pen, you know, with other calves. Well, except for the Holstein, he was just like by himself. So this is like the first time that the Holstein has been around other calves, and then this is the first time for all of them that they've been like in a wide open area and in a pasture. And you know, I'm pretty happy because I don't know if you can see it, but there is actually some green that's starting to grow. You see that right there? It wasn't really like that just a few weeks ago. And he's going at it. Wonder if he will too. So yeah, this is good. We got some green that's growing, and then if for some reason that doesn't work or something like that, we have that big hay bale over there that we bought for the winter that we ended up not using because we sold our cows for Christmas money. But anyway. Oh gosh. But it's good for them to have access to either good quality hay or pasture like this. It helps them develop the it's called rumen. It's basically in one of their stomachs, and they need that to if I remember right, it basically breaks down the grass that they're eating, and it's like water and then bacteria and grass. It's called rumen. And essentially what the cow eats is not so much the grass, like that's not what they digest, or it's the bacteria. So it's like they eat the grass to feed the bacteria, and then that's where they get their nutrition, I guess, is from the bacteria. So that liquid is called rumen, and so it's important for them to eat like he's doing so that they can develop their rumen. So in other words, like, you shouldn't keep a calf away from grass or hay, because then their rumen won't develop and they could have problems. It looks like he's eating too. I see him chewing on something. Are you eating some grass? Looks like you're eating something. Yeah, I'm no expert on cows. I only know kind of the fundamentals. But and another thing that they do is, like, they'll chew their grass. They'll like tear up the grass, put it in their stomach, and then regurgitate it, and then chew it. Like when they're all done kind of like grazing, they'll usually like lay down or just kind of stay in one spot, and it's called chewing their cud. So it's the grass that they just swallowed, spit it back up, regurgitate, whatever, and then they chew it to mash it down to a finer consistency. Looks like these two found the water. But hey, come over here. Come over this way. Look. I got some water over here too. See, we have this stock tank, which I think that they can reach, but just in case they can't, I have this right here. We used to use this for our ducks as like a duck pool, a duck bath. But we don't have ducks anymore, so if they can't reach the main stock tank, we'll have this that they can access. And then I've got this this right here. It's called a hydrant. this pump looking thing. It's leaking right now, which I think I know how to fix. There's a few different things I got to do that I got to test out. The last solution, if there's like something really wrong, is just replace the whole thing. But there's a few things I can kind of readjust or tighten that'll hopefully fix this. If not, then I have to replace the plunger that's at the very bottom of the pump. Like, it's kind of hard to explain, but there's like a plunger at the bottom of this pipe down in the ground. And then if that's not the problem, then I just have to replace the entire thing. But the benefit of these hydrants is that when it's freezing, like when you shut the pump off, because like you go like this to turn it on, go like that to turn it off, and when you turn it off, all the water is supposed to go down to the very bottom, and the very bottom is beyond the freeze level. Okay, so basically it empties this whole pipe right here so that the pipe won't burst. Well, something happened. I think it was one of our other bulls that we used to have. He would like scratch his neck against this right here, which moved the pipe over. So it may have moved the plunger at the bottom, which is supposed to like stop the water. That's what it is. It's like a stop. He may have just moved it to where I gotta like readjust it so that it's like firmly going down and stopping the water down there. Although, like I said, it could be a more serious issue. I might have to replace the plunger or replace the entire thing. But I have a feeling that all I'll have to do is kind of adjust some stuff up here. I've been kind of procrastinating with it, but I'll get that done. Oh gosh, okay. And then pretty soon we're going to be turning this on because there's going to be all sorts of bugs that are coming back to life. Let's go over here. I got this hay for the winter. I was all prepared, but then we just ended up selling our cows and we didn't need it. But again, if these cows need it, they can come over here and eat this. So is it nice to run around? I love it. I love it when calves play. Sometimes they'll like run with each other or like chase each other, and their tails will be up, and that's how you know that they're playing. But yeah, I can tell that they're super happy to be able just to run around and not be in a cramped little area. So yeah, if you are thinking about homesteading, I would highly encourage it. Like I've talked about before, this is you know, you should still do food storage, but this is obviously better than food storage because it's producing your own food, right? You're producing fresh food. So like if worst came to worst, we could just like raise these bulls. They're about to become steers, and then you know, we'd have our meat taken care of for a while, or we could help somebody else if somebody else was in need. I'm talking about if like it was like things got really bad in the country, but you know, and then once I have a truck and a trailer, I want to get an already bred heifer that'll have a baby, and then we can milk her. At that point she'll be a cow. It's a heifer before she has her first baby. After she has a baby, it's called a cow. But anyway, okay, sorry, my point was I would recommend to homestead or farm or ranch or whatever, because it's a way of producing your own food. No, stop. That's not food. That's my pants. It's rewarding, and it's really not as hard as you might think. That's something that I was kind of nervous about when we started. I was like, oh my gosh. In fact, when we started, we had goats because I thought, oh, well, goats are smaller. They'll be easier. And that's not true. It's not true at all. Goats are actually harder. And they're escape artists. They really, really are. And in my opinion, they're not really worth it. You can get meat from them and you can also get milk, but I guess if you like goat meat and milk, then go for it, but just get some cows. You know, all we have is just 2 acres. This pasture, the pasture area here is about 1.5 acres. And it's good enough. Now, once they're older, like once they're adults, we'll probably have to supplement with more hay, which is fine. At some point, I think we'd like to hey, I'm trying to do a video. At some point, I think we'd like to get a larger property and be able to have more cattle comfortably, but this is good enough. You know, you can do it. The cost of raising them goes up a little bit because you have to buy hay, but we're probably not going to have to do that for a while. And so far, we haven't had to do that. We've had adult cattle mixed in with calves of various ages, and it's been just fine. This is actually a really good pasture. The grass grows really well and really thick. So, but yeah, cows, they're really not that hard. I think so far, based on my experience, the hardest is getting these bottle calves and just making sure that they stay healthy and don't get sick. That seems to be like the hardest. After that, you know, you just put them on pasture and then it's probably a good idea. Like, it depends on what you want to do, but you know, just supplement their diet with different things like grain, which helps give them more protein. You can get with like a vet or like a dietitian. They can help you know what your cows need, what's lacking in their diet, but it's not really more complicated than just buying certain types of grain at like at a farm store. You know, you get salt licks. I have a few different type of salt licks, and there's like different types. There's mineral ones, and there's just pure sodium, and there's just different things. Wow, these guys are being really loud. But you know, and then you just make sure that they have water. Now, we have a really good setup because we have that hydrant over there. You know, so it's easy for us to fill up the stock tank, and we're on city water. If we were to move out to the country, ideally I'd like to be somewhere where there's like a stream or a pond or something like that. But here it's not really a problem. It's really easy. And then you just give them like a little bit of shelter, mostly just to like get out of the wind or get out of the elements, you know. It's actually okay for the snow to kind of accumulate on them. It looks all like really bad because it's like frozen to their fur, but it actually insulates them. You know, they're designed to live, you know, out in the open. So and I guess like in their natural habitat, they'll just find some trees and take cover there. That's what they would do without, you know, a rancher or homesteader to provide shelter for them. But you know, you just make sure that you have a little bit of stuff so they can get out of the wind, get out of the elements if they want to. It's not really that complicated, you know. And then of course you need fencing. We have an electric fence right here. These yellow things are insulators. It makes it so that the hot wire doesn't get grounded by touching metal. We have this to help keep the chickens from going outside the pasture area, which it kind of works. But also, more importantly, we got it so that to keep the cows from going back into the garden. So we had to like section off an area that we use for our garden. And anyway, this video is getting a little bit long, but that's it. We have our little herd of bulls. Happy about it. They're all, well, those ones are all half Holstein. This one's full Holstein. And then 2 half Angus and 1 half Jersey. And we're happy. And it's very possible that later on, probably not anytime soon, but later on we might get some more just to grow the herd a little bit. But yeah, so that's the news update with our homestead. If you guys haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, like this video if you liked it, leave your thoughts, questions, comments in the comments below. Also make sure to share this with anyone that might enjoy this, and I'll talk to you guys later.